Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. As we had previously reported, the Idaho State Police, who were involved in the investigation into the crimes that occurred at 1122 King Road, has recently released hundreds of pages of photographs that ISP took at 1122 King Road, outside of 1122 King Road, and also at what appears to be another location where certain evidence is maintained, including approximately 25 photographs of the vehicle the state of Idaho and the Moscow Police Department believes is the notorious Suspect Vehicle 1. This is believed to be Mr. Kohberger's 2015 white Elantra. And the question that's presented and addressed in this presentation is, exactly how did the Moscow Police Department, lead agency in the case styled as Idaho versus Kohberger, obtain the authority to go out and to retrieve Mr. Kohberger's personal property, his vehicle, the 2015 Elantra? To address that question, we must turn to documents that are contained in the matter styled as Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Kohberger. These documents are available for you to review free of charge online. The first document I would like to call to your attention is the application for a search warrant and authorization. This is completed by Trooper Justin M. Leary and Trooper Brian V. Knoll of the Pennsylvania State Police. If you look at other documents within the documents that you'll find in Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Kohberger, you will learn that it was Trooper Justin M. Leary who physically arrested Mr. Kohberger on December 30th, 2022 in Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Continuing on regarding this search warrant, you'll see here that the purpose for seeking a search warrant does not have to do with any crimes or alleged crimes that occurred within the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It is attached to an event of November 13th, 2022. We see here that the warrants were approved by the district attorney, and then we see the court authorizing the issuance of the warrants. Now, to glean further information as to what was presented to the magistrate in Pennsylvania, we need to turn to some other documents that are included in this package that is available to you at the aforementioned on-site location where the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has provided these documents to the public. This is an affidavit of probable cause, not the one that you are probably very familiar with that was signed by Detective Brett Payne, but an affidavit of probable cause that was sworn to in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania by Trooper Leary and Trooper Knoll, although you're going to see a document that looks very much like Detective Payne's affidavit of probable cause that you've seen in the matter styled as Idaho versus Kohberger. This affidavit of probable cause provides some background, as you can see, paragraph 1 of Trooper Leary's skills, knowledge, experience, and also that of Trooper Knoll. And then in paragraph 3, it is stated on Wednesday, December 28th, 2022, the Pennsylvania State Police was requested to assist the Moscow Police Department, Moscow, Idaho, and the feds with an unaliving investigation which occurred on Sunday, November 13th, 2022. As a part of this investigation, we reviewed reports and affidavits prepared by the Moscow Police Department, including probable cause for the issuance of search warrants related to this investigation, which are included in this Affidavit of Probable Cause as Exhibit A. And then, if you look at the last paragraph, you're going to learn some information as to why a nighttime search warrant was issued and approved of in this case. Recall that the arrest happened not during the day, but shortly after 1 o'clock a.m. in the middle of the night on December 30th, 2022. It states here that additionally, based upon the serious and violent nature of these crimes, including risk of general public's safety or affiance, are requesting a nighttime search warrant be issued to execute this search warrant at any time, and the Affidavit of Probable Cause be sealed. And then you see the signatures below of Troopers Leary and Knoll. And then attached to it is a document that looks very much like the Affidavit of Probable Cause filed in Idaho versus Kohberger, but there's a lot more detail here that you would not see if you were looking at the PCA dated December 29th, 2022, effectively document number 1 in Idaho versus Kohberger. It begins with what should be familiar information to you. This is the statement of Brett Payne. Paragraph 1 begins with the below information is provided by Corporal Brett Payne. And then paragraph 2 begins with on November 13th, 2022 at approximately 4 p.m., Moscow Police Department, MPD, Sergeant Blacker and I responded to 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho. And then it continues to inform the public that MPD Officer Smith, one of the initial responding officers to the incident, advised he would walk me through the scene. And then the next paragraph describes what Detective Payne and Officer Smith did after entering the King Road residence. The bottom of page 1, you see some information here that's different from the Affidavit of Probable Cause that's located in Idaho versus Kohberger. There appears to be a signature or signatures at the bottom. There's nothing printed here to clarify if this is Leary and Knoll's signature, if this is Detective Brett Payne's signature, or all three. And then there's also MPW 29 December 2022. The next page indicates that Detective Payne followed Officer Smith to the 3rd floor and describes the layout of the 3rd floor. Officer Smith then pointed out a small bathroom on the east side of the 3rd floor, and this bathroom shared a wall with Madison's bedroom, which was situated on the southeast corner of the 3rd floor. Continuing on, regarding suspect vehicle 1, it states here, investigators believe that Kohberger is still driving the 2015 white Elantra because his vehicle was captured on December 13th, 2022 by a license plate reader in Loma, Colorado, and Kohberger's Elantra was then queried on December 15th by law enforcement in Hancock County, Indiana, and on December 16th at approximately 2:26 p.m., surveillance video showed Kohberger's Elantra in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, and the sole occupant of that vehicle was a white male whose description was consistent with Kohberger. Kohberger has family in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, and in this Affidavit of Probable Cause, Detective Payne asked for the seizure of suspect vehicle 1 by the Pennsylvania authorities. The authorities in Moscow could not go into Pennsylvania and arrest Mr. Kohberger or take possession of suspect vehicle 1. And it's because of these activities in Pennsylvania that vehicle was seized by the authorities in Pennsylvania on December 30th, 2022. If you have any comments, any thoughts, any opinions regarding this matter, please leave them here. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.